see my air freshener that way. Maybe it's time for this thing to go. Put that up there. Good morning, everyone. We're trying a little different angle on the periscope this morning. Trying to get away from that entire steering wheel in my presence. So thinking this may be just a little bit better. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I know I'm going to be thirsty this morning. Always thirsty. Good morning, sunshine to you too. We'll get started here in just a few. We'll let some people join. So, how was everybody's weekend? Good? Did you get a lot accomplished? I've had better weekends personally, but it was still a pretty decent weekend. Didn't end up going to Brewfest. That was a kind of a last-minute decision there, and had a good time. But so today, announcement-wise, I posted 2 blogs last night. Today is February 1st for all of those of you who are counting at home. So the first post of February got up last night, the last post of January. One was over why Amazon isn't your winning ticket. It's really stressing the multiple streams of income that I know a lot of you on this Periscope are listening to because of that. A ton on this Periscope, but I kind of reiterated it last night on the first blog. And then the second one is about sex sells, about how I was playing a little bit of the Valentine's Day rush in a little different way. I know we covered that stuff on Friday, but once again, I decided to write it on the blog and go from there. So I know last Friday, so this will be the last video that we're Periscope that we had, I challenged you guys to learn a new skill. It's been Friday night. Who has started, show of hearts, who has started learning a new skill? Don't care what it is. Who started learning one? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What skills do we have, guys? I want to know just a little bit about this. I'll give you guys a little rundown of mine. I'll let you guys give you a few seconds to type. Real estate, interesting, very nice, very nice. I like that one. Drop shipping, interesting. I've never experimented with that. OAX, right? Good, good. Well, continue to learn, everyone. Continue to learn. Number 1. Our meltable deadline to send in, you have to sell everything that can melt, is May 1st. Easter's the last weekend in March, so you have about a month playroom after Easter for any of that candy type items that you have. So please remember that. This gives us some of the biggest cushion you're going to find this time of year. Usually Easter's more towards April, and they usually do it in that time frame, or it's all lunar calendar, all that crap. But this year in March, we have a little bit bigger cushion on that. So you need to start considering how you're going to play that. Here's an interesting thing that I'm experimenting with. I'm looking mostly at dollar stores to kind of start building some bundles. I want low cost of goods that I can buy large quantities of. And I want something that, I want a cost point of about $5 to $8 that I'm putting into a bundle that I can sell for the price of like $30, $35. I want to be up in that free shipping range for those who don't use Prime. So, awesome. So that's where I'm kind of starting at, and here's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick an Easter basket up, okay? And I'm going to theme a basket. So, like, I'm not going to pick the major theme of Star Wars. Star Wars runs that fine line of not buying the correct stuff and being in that I'm actually selling restricted item type of things. So I'm going with the good old standbys. Princess, and usually I pick a kind of boy-themed item. This year I'm going to go with Mickey Mouse. Even though I know there's the Ninja Turtles and Paw Patrol and all that, Mickey's always a great standby. So Mickey and Princesses are kind of my two themes I'm going to be going with. So I get a basket or some sort of container, and I put that together. So here's what I do. I get it, and I literally will walk around the store with this basket, and I will start putting together what I would think would be an awesome little gift basket. I try to stay with the majority of toys, but I do find the following. So, in every one of my baskets, I always put a coloring book. Just easy. That thing fills up some good space, looks nice. With the coloring book comes a pack of crayons. Okay, so there's $2. I have my $3 spent so far. So that gives me that portion of it. The next one I get is I will go find at least one nice toy to put into this. So you're the dollar store. I know some of these toys aren't the best toys in the world. I tend to like ones that won't break. So I'm looking at like stuffed animals, soft items, stuff in that realm of things. So there's my $5. And this one I usually go to like 8. So just consider that. I like to round out to 10 with all my cost of like the poly bags and everything. So then I go find, if I can fit one toy in, great. If I can fit it in 2 and it goes with my theme very well, I will do that. If not, so my last $2, I go try to find something holiday related that is in that theme. Usually you'll find anything holiday related in like the front of the store, and just pick something that goes along with your basket. So okay, now we have crayons, book, toy or 2, something that's thematic to the holiday, and then candy's the last bit. I pick one type of candy, and I usually get one of those little like 8-10 packs of it, and I'll put either 5 to 10 in that. Now, you really want to get creative. I'm going to make it even more Easter-ish. You want to spend it to that $10 mark. Here's what else you do. So we have $2 left, right? With one of those dollars, you're going to buy that like fake grass stuff. I mean, like shredded and fake green grass. That goes into the bottom of your basket. Now, if you really want to get creative with that other dollar, you go and buy Easter eggs. Why Easter eggs? You're going to put the candy in the Easter eggs. Okay? Now, sometimes you can buy like the little party favor section and get small little toys that may fit into the Easter eggs, and you can spread those costs over multiple baskets. So just something to consider on that. That's when you're getting a little pricier in that. But all of a sudden you have a very theme-based basket that could be the one-stop shop for somebody who's looking online for that Easter basket for their kids, or a relative, or somebody at work, or a friend, or however it goes. So I mean, we literally just walked through a bundle there. Themed eggs. Yep. Those are fancy for me, but you can go with themed eggs. So once you do that, then you're going to take that back, you're going to put it in a big old poly bag of some sort, and you're ready to go. So what are you going to do with this bundle now? Well, the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get a UPC code. Now, there are a billion services for UPC codes. Just post in the Facebook group, hey, I'm looking for a place to buy UPC codes. Can you advise? People are going to give it to you. I haven't bought one in a while because I bought large quantities at the time, but they're out there. Just ask, and they will get them to you. Then you're going to put that on there in some fashion, most likely with a label. And we're going to to create a listing. So you need to put a nice little photo together. So the way I like to do photos is I like to have about 3 to 5 photos of whatever I'm going to be selling. I like to have one of it in its final product form. So in the basket, I like to take that. I don't like to put the poly bag around it, but I do like to have it in its final form. And then I like to set out each individual item and take a photo. So if I'm doing the coloring book and crayons, I kind of put those together. Then I show them individually so everybody knows exactly what they're getting. So now we're going to be writing the title. What you want to do is you don't want to be that jackass that puts big bold letters everywhere, or big capital letters that's just screaming, "This is the best bundle in the entire world, it's going to be awesome, yeah!" No. Let's think of how people search, okay? If I was going to be searching, I would think Easter basket for boys, Easter baskets for girls, Mickey Mouse Easter basket, something of that range. So my recommendation is to put the sex of the basket. So blank, let's do boys. We're going to put in the theme, Mickey Mouse, Easter basket, 2016. And then at the end of it, I put ages blank through blank. That really encompasses a pretty good title. It's going to get all of the keywords I'm looking for in there. Make sure we include Easter basket, maybe Easter basket gift set. Maybe a good way to tie that together, but that's how you write that title out. Now we have the photos, we have the title. We need a description. In the description, we get a little bit more leeway with how we want to do this. But the way I suggest doing this is we definitely need to list out all of the items that are in there. Okay? He said we want to set clear expectations on what these people are going to receive. So, in that Easter basket I just went over, this celebrate Easter in 2016 with this custom boys Mickey Mouse Easter basket gift set that includes one Mickey Mouse themed coloring book, one pack of 12 crayons, one themed Mickey toy, one holiday based item, and then say it comes in a Easter basket wrapped ready for you to give to the child in your life. Make it simple. List out what it is so people are finding it. Now, people always go, what about keywords in there? Most people aren't going to go down through and read every single bit of this, okay? They're going to take the pictures and the title, they're going to look at reviews and go from there, okay? But this gives you a nice little leeway to set those clear expectations on what they can expect with this basket. And okay, so now we're done. We've got this set up. They're gonna ask you a few more questions. Put in the answers for those. Now it's time to get it ready. So some people, what they'll do is they will actually box this item up in a small box that fits. So you put that in there, then on the outside of it, it says, ready to ship, do not open. You put your labels on there. So it's all kind of self-enclosed. And for most of us, this is going to be a little more expensive way of doing it, but it's still going to work out pretty nice, okay? Everything's going to be secure in there. We're not going to have any damage claims, or many damage claims, but I mean, it's going to be your safest way of shipping these items in. Now, I get these boxes, Walmart, whatever. Usually Walmart would actually be it. But, or like Uline. So that's one way of doing it. I tend to try to find, and I said baskets earlier, but I try to find like those buckets that have lids to them. If you can find those, I really love those ones because then it's like self-sealed. and I put a nice little like ribbon around it, put that in the poly bag and say sold as a set, do not separate on the outside of it. That way I kind of have it all pre-ready to go in own package, and I use the actual holding vessel as the shipping material. Just a way to think about it. So then you pack all these guys up, send them in, and realize the fact that they're not going to sell immediately. It's going to take a little bit for it to get into Amazon's system. People start searching that. It's not the perfect time of year yet, but you're getting it ready. And then we just sit back. And when you're doing the bundles, you need to start planning out, okay, I'm going to make X amount from each of these. How many are you wanting to sell? How many do you want to put together? You can repurpose this for every holiday that you want. I wouldn't go too deep in it at first. I was going to be sending them in. I would send no more than 10 in at a time. Get them out there, let them start building up the search results and the purchases, let them go from there. And then I would try another one. Start doing your A/B testing, figure out which is going to be a better option for you to sell, and go from there. So now I expect all 12 of you are going to have thematic bundles because you're going to follow that exact recipe. I challenge you to do something a little different. Okay? It's real easy to go find the person's in the road. It's real easy to go find that kind of stuff. Now, what are you going to do to fix that? Think outside the box. Okay? Find something that's a little bit more creative than the typical kids ones. Or if you're doing the kids ones, make it something special. Okay? You want to go a little bit pricier? Put something together with a gift card in it. Based on a gift card. Maybe you pull out some of the other stuff. Maybe it's just candy and a gift card. Put your gift card in there. You technically, now, I'm going to hold back on that. Please refrain from that. It's just brainstorm, spitballing an idea. Selling gift cards is not allowed by Amazon, so we cannot do that. So please ignore that fact. We're going to stop right there. Chris was a moron. No, don't send gift cards. So you have that as a bad option. Maybe you want to put in. Maybe it's a stuffed animal with just candy. Maybe it's a candy only. I don't want to tell you, but one that was a really good idea is like a beer lover's Easter basket. I like to play on stuff I know, so I can build like what I think is freaking cool, put it in there. Maybe it's a mom's basket. Maybe you're prepping for Mother's Day. Maybe it's the woman in the kitchen Mother's Day gift bundle for the mom who loves to cook. So there you go. That's my kind of advice for the day. I hope it was somewhat helpful. I actually literally have no idea what I'm going to talk about most mornings, so this was a fun little random subject to get onto. I want to hear if you guys have any success doing any of this stuff, and I wish you guys all the best. Any questions or anything before I get out of here, y'all? I'm actually going to make it to work on time. It's fascinating. And then a stoplight happened. Anything else? You too. Peace out.